Did you want me to, hey, John, did you want me to mention that? Okay. Oh, I almost said North Cleveland Baptist. That would have been good. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is festive in here, is it not? I'll tell you what, like Times Square or whatever they call it, man. It looks very nice. That wasn't here last Sunday.
No, it wasn't.
Very nice, I'll tell you what, very festive. It is great to see everyone. Hope everyone had a great week. I'm sorry, forgive. I'm trying out some hearing aids and I have to play with them so I don't get feedback. There it goes, we're good now. I'm sorry. I hope I'll be able to hear you guys. I have a list of announcements and then I will ask if there are any further ones. Next Sunday, December 14th, is the last Sunday for the non-perishable items for the families that were taking it for Black Fox Elementary. They're going to be delivered to Black Fox on Monday, December 15th. So remember, next Sunday is your last chance to bring in some items. And also the 14th is the Pine Hill Christmas party following the service. We were just talking out on the porch. We were curious, is this going to be like a full-blown meal like we normally do, or just a snack party?
What your wife just said.
Just
Snacks.
just do snacks? Okay, that's good with everybody? Just finger food, as they call it, I guess.
Yeah, define snacks. Is this finger foods, savory and sweet?
Okay, all right. Sounds good, sounds good. And then for those, I'm sorry.
Sandwiches and stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry. So that's good with everybody? Snack foods, okay. Also, the Christmas Eve carol service at the church Wednesday evening, 6 p.m.-ish for those that might be interested. Is that something that you folks would be interested in doing? Is it just to just be here, or is it like going somewhere like we used to do?
Just probably
Just
here.
here?
There's still talk about dates either on Christmas Eve or on the evening of the 21st, possibly.
Okay.
But we can try to have that nailed down before everybody leaves today.
Okay, that would work. So we'll get that hammered out before the end of the service, or by the end of the service, and for those who'd be interested in that.
What time was that?
Are there any other announcements? Yeah.
Announcements? Today is the 84th anniversary of Pearl Harbor Day.
Today it is, that's right, it is. That is 84 years. It'd be, I saw where they had removed the mooring that they had built back in the 40s after the ship had sunk, that the wreckage is so deteriorated it's actually causing strain on it. So they removed all those concrete moorings that had been there for 70 some odd years, so they kind of preserve it a little bit longer. You can still go out on the memorial, but they removed all this abutments that they made. 84 years, do remember that. Do remember that. Are there any other announcements? Birthdays. Anniversaries. Prayer requests. Continue to remember, I'm sure remember the usual folks, the Sliger family, Mrs. True. If there are no others, then Darrell, would you lead us in our opening prayer?
Father created, we thank you for the ability to come here and worship you this morning. Thank you for all the people participating in leading the services. Ask that you bless them. instruct them in how to best serve you and teach us. I ask that the people here be given good health and that you bless them. I ask that you provide our leaders, world leaders, common sense. Lead them in a good way. I ask that in the coming season to honor your son's birth, be filled with joy and happiness. I ask that those in need have their needs met as only you can. In your son's name, I ask all this, please.
Oh, one more thing. North Cleveland Church of God, Christmas at the North, December 13th at 6 p.m. and December 14th, 10:30 a.m. I'll put this out on the board if anyone might be interested in that. That's at North Cleveland Church of God.
That's Gene and Rogers Church. They're
Oh,
the ones
okay,
that gave
okay.
us those.
They're in the choir this year, so they're singing.
All right. Well, I'll put this out there if anyone might be interested.
Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shining far through shadows dim, giving a light for those who long have gone, guiding the wise men on their way unto the place where Jesus lay. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on.
Oh, beautiful star, the hope of light, guiding the pilgrims through the night. Over the mountains, shield of rain, of dawn, into the land of perfect day. King will give out a lovely reign. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem.
our songs we sing a little later, so we'll do it just like the Oak Ridge Boys and Home Free, right? Okay, well, that's one of the songs picked out for this week, and I thought, let's listen to it. Let's listen to one version of it. All right, well, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody today. Very nice day it's turning out to be, so that's wonderful. Let's stand and sing our praise song together. I sing praises to your name, oh Lord, praises to your name, oh Lord, for your name is great, greatly to be praised. I sing praises to your name, oh Lord, praises to your name, oh Lord, for your name is great. Greatly to be praised. I give glory to your name. Glory to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great. Greatly to be praised. I give glory to your name. Glory to your name. Remain standing as I read Psalm 98. The Lord has made known his salvation, his righteousness he has revealed in the sight of the nations. He has remembered his mercy and his faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth in song, rejoice and sing praises. Sing to the Lord with the harp and the sound of a psalm, with trumpets and the sound of a horn. Shout joyfully before the Lord the King. All right. Let's pray the Lord's Prayer at this time together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. All right, you may be seated and find that small songbook, the small red songbook, and go to 284.
Joyful
good. And over to 282. Let's sing the first and last of this. Thank you.
It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious Son of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their arms of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious reign. The world in solemn stillness lay, to hear the angels sing. For lo, the days are hasting on, the prophets seen of old, when with the ever-circling years shall come the time foretold, when the whole heaven and earth shall own the Prince of Peace their King, and the whole world send back the song which now the angels sing.
And now I have our reading from Jesus Calling. I am with you in all that you do, even in the most menial task. I am always aware of you, concerned with every detail of your life. Nothing escapes my notice, not even the number of hairs on your head. However, your awareness of my presence falters and flickers. As a result, your life experience feels fragmented. When your focus is broad enough to include me in your thoughts, you feel safe and complete. When your perception narrows so that problems or details fill your consciousness, you feel empty and incomplete. Learn to look steadily at me in all your moments and all your circumstances. Though the world is unstable and in flux, you can experience continuity through your uninterrupted awareness of my presence. Fix your gaze on what is unseen, even as the visible world parades before your eyes.
All right, let's sing one more song. We'll try that beautiful star. It's right there.
Oh, the page number is 281. 281. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 'cause we're on David.
Are we ready to try this one? Beautiful star of Bethlehem,
Shining afar and through those dim, giving a light for those who long have gone. Guiding the wise men on their way unto the place where Jesus lay. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us thy light to light the way into the land of perfect day. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the hope and light, guiding the pilgrim through the night, over the mountain till the break of dawn, guiding the wise to perfect day. It will give out a lovely ray. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us the light to light the way into the land of perfect day. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the hope of birth, for the redeemed, the good, the blessed, yonder in glory when the crown is won. For Jesus is now the star divine, brighter and brighter he will shine. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Oh, give us thy light to light the way into the land of perfect day. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on.
Heather's going to come in just a moment, but I'll do this reading. David is traveling this week, so anyhow, this is week 2, which is peace, from our Advent calendar. Picture a man named Abraham. He was 75 years old and married to Sarah, who was also well along in years. They had been married for a lifetime, yet they had no children. God came to Abraham in his old age and said, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Let's be clear. God was asking a lot of Abraham. Leave everything you know and go to a place I will show you. Put your trust in me, and I will bring you to a place that will someday be known as Canaan. I will make you a great nation. You don't have any children yet, but just trust me, you will. Yes, God asked a lot of Abraham, but God promised Abraham even more. He promised descendants, blessings, and protection on the journey. God asked a lot, promised a lot, and Abraham had faith. As he embarked on this journey, he put his trust in God, and God gave him peace. The peace that filled Abraham as he embarked on a very unknown, dangerous, and difficult journey is the same peace that God offers to us today in the midst of our unknown, dangerous, and difficult journey. God asks a lot, but he promises so much more. What peace.
Good morning. I enjoyed spending time this week reflecting on hope. So I want to just take a minute thinking back on the week and then thinking forward to the reading that we read, and so reflecting on hope and then thinking about peace in the week ahead. Do you have a sermon? Okay. How long can I talk? So the idea of hope was just so encouraging to me this week. I think sometimes I can get bogged down with life. It can feel hard. I've been feeling the hardness of life recently. I guess we go through phases. But just taking a moment out of the year for Advent to breathe and think in a new direction. And I want to read a poem because this came to my mind on Monday when I was sitting. I sit and write every morning. And I just kept thinking about this Emily Dickinson poem about hope. And if you'll indulge me as an English teacher while I read you this very short poem by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. The sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. And I just love this poem to think about hope as this little bird that comes along and perches on your soul. And it sits there and it sings. And no matter what storms come and go, it will continue to sing. And of course, our hope is in Jesus, our Savior. But that image just sits with me in such a beautiful, peaceful, calming way. I mean, I guess as we get older, we all start looking at the birds and noticing them because we slow down. And I do feel so peaceful when I watch a bird. And to think about that just resting on the soul was a really nice image for me this week. And then I read that poem on Monday, and then I found out it was Emily Dickinson's 195th birthday on Wednesday. So there you go. There's your English lesson. And then I want to read a little part that stood out to me this week, and then I want to open it up if anyone has anything to share. Of course, there's no pressure at all, but if you had something that stood out to you this week, wonderful. This was from yesterday's reading, which brings us to this morning's reading.
And it ties into this idea of hope and then and peace. And it's on, if you have your book, this, I forgot mine, but if you have it, I'm on page 59, and I'm in the story of Abraham and Sarah, where God tells them that they're going to have a baby at 99. She's 90. He's 99. So page 59 at the top, it was an incredible promise, and God was going to rescue the world through Abraham's family. One of his great-grandchildren would be the child, the promised one, the rescuer. But it's too wonderful, Abraham said. How can it be true? Is anything too good to be true, God said? Is anything too wonderful for me? And this just gave me a pause. As I'm thinking about hope and peace and joy and love, that nothing is too wonderful. There's nothing beyond our imaginations. There's no goodness too good for God. And what a delight to be able to rest on that, to take a breather from the difficulties of life, which we hold in one hand, but we also know in the other hand that God is very good. Okay, does anyone have anything they would like to share from the week? Oh, remind them about the readings? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we were reading one a day through this one, The Son of Laughter, and then today we'll read The Present, which I think I will read for us before we go. I guess maybe we could start with how was this? Did y'all read this week? How was it? How did it feel to be doing these readings each day?
I liked it better because it reminds me of the Jesse tree, which supposedly we tried that when our kids were little.
Wait a minute, I'm going to put you on here because I know there are people on live.
It reminded me of the Jesse tree, which is a tradition. We tried to start it with our children, but we didn't do it consistently. And it's the same idea that you're going through the history of the story of why we have Advent, why we have the baby Jesus, to remind us of the whole story of, these wonderful stories. I liked it a lot. I can't think of what I was going to say, but anyway, that I appreciate you giving us this opportunity. Were you going to say something?
The description of Abraham and Isaac and the sacrifice, that was, that was really powerful. And I thought about reading this to my grandsons, and how am I going to explain a God that asked Abraham to sacrifice a son? I mean, as adults, that's hard enough to get through, and we know what happened in the story, but just the starkness of that ask, and John talking about being asked a lot. God asked Abraham a lot. This seems to me like the biggest ask of all, to sacrifice your son. And thankfully, we know what that prefigured, et cetera, but it was just reading it. She has a way of writing that's just powerful and very emotion invoking. So I appreciate that.
I would just want to add to that I also found the story of Abraham and Isaac and the sacrifice powerful, and really pointing out as a father the sacrifice God makes with his son. And I have to say, now, while we all knew the story and we all knew the analogy, the way it's written in this book brought the analogy to Christ back even stronger, even to the point where they talk about Christ carrying the wood, the same as Isaac did. and being the sacrifice. Never really thought about the details before, and she brings home the details.
I think, do I have time to read that one? Okay, I'd like to read that, starting on page 62, which is today's reading, the present. And then I'll pass it over to John. God knew that his secret rescue plan could only work if Abraham trusted him completely. God had to make sure Abraham would do whatever he asked. So a few years later, God asked Abraham to give him a present. Abraham liked giving presents to God. He gave God his animals. They were called sacrifices, and they were a way to say, I love you to God. But this time, God didn't want a lamb or a goat. God wanted Abraham to give him something more, much more. He wanted Abraham to give him his son, his only son, the son he loved, Isaac. Put his boy on the altar and kill him as the sacrifice? How could God want him to do such a terrible thing? Abraham didn't understand, but he knew that God was his father who loved him, and so Abraham trusted him. Early the next morning, Abraham and Isaac set off. They climbed the steep, stony trail up the mountain. Isaac carried the wood on his back. His father carried the knife and the coals. Papa, Isaac said, we have everything except we forgot the lamb for the sacrifice. God will give us the lamb, son, Abraham said. They built an altar and laid the wood on top. Abraham asked his son to climb on top of the wood. Isaac didn't understand, but he knew his father loved him, and so he trusted him. He climbed up onto the altar, and Abraham tied his boy to the wood. Isaac didn't struggle or try to run away. He just lay there quietly, didn't make a sound. Everything was ready. Abraham took the knife. Tears were filling up his eyes. Pain was filling up his heart. His hand was shaking. He lifted the knife high into the air. Stop, God said. Don't hurt the boy. I want him to live and not die. I know now that you love me because you would give me your only son. Abraham felt his heart leap with joy. He unbound Isaac and folded him into his arms. Great sobs shook the old man's body. Scalding tears filled his eyes, and for a long time they stayed there like that, in each other's arms, the boy and his dad. Suddenly, Abraham saw a ram caught in some brambles, the sacrifice. God had given them what they needed just in time. The ram would die, so Isaac didn't have to. And so Abraham sacrificed the ram instead of his son. And as they sat there on the mountaintop, watching the embers of the fire die in the cool night air, the stars above them sparkling in the velvet sky, God helped Abraham and Isaac understand something. God wanted his people to live and not die. God wanted to rescue his people, not punish them. But they must trust him. One day, someone will be born into your family, God promised them, and he will bring happiness to the whole world. God was getting ready to give the whole world a wonderful present. It would be God's way to tell his people, I love you. Many years later, another son would climb another hill, carrying wood on his back. Like Isaac, he would trust his father and do what his father asked. He wouldn't struggle or run away. Who was he? God's son, his only son, the son he loved, the Lamb of God.
All right, thank you, Heather. Well, that's very good. Anyone else have anything to share? I really encourage you, if you haven't, to read from the very start. Daryl, you kind of alluded to it. I think the whole idea of reading this at this Advent season, you know, some of us have been around for a long time. Most of us have been around a long time, notwithstanding those here on the second row. But, you know, oh yeah, the Christmas songs, the Christmas story. And I think the benefit to me of this is like seeing it in a whole fresh way, a new way. And it just gives opportunity, and right from the very start, the very first story. And literally, you can catch up to where Heather has read in just a few minutes. It won't take long. But it's just a fresh look at it, a new look. Well, I'll make a comment on something that struck me just about like the comments we've already heard. I was on page 28, The Terrible Lie. You know, The Terrible Lie, it's, we all know that story as well, you know. Here's the Garden of Eden. Eat freely of every fruit, but not from the fruit, not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now, all kinds of things could be written about that, from sociological, psychological standpoints. You know, did Adam and Eve know good and evil? Did they know good? Did they have that moral sense? Or was this the introduction of a whole new understanding? But the instruction was very clear. Don't do that. You can have everything else, but not that one tree, you know. And we all know the theological point here. Adam and Eve took the fruit, and you know, all kinds of things started to happen. I love how the book talks about the animals. All of a sudden, you know, there's something going on in nature, and you know, things happening. But and then in Romans we read, wherefore as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned. It's sort of like we put our stamp of, yes, we are following in that path as well. And the whole gospel message that grows out of those theological truths. But here's another thing that came to me. To me, this test also is this. And it's already been alluded to a couple of times this morning, this idea of trust. Are we willing to leave some things, some questions and answers to God alone? You know, that's what Cain didn't do. Abel brings a sacrifice, Cain brings a sacrifice. God says yes to Abel, God says no to Cain. Well, I can't live with that. I'm going to crush that. I'm going to obliterate that. Instead of just sitting with it and realizing that he was also in God's hands. God didn't slay Cain. He didn't reject him totally. He just didn't reject that offering. Or he just didn't accept that offering. But Cain was not willing to sit with that. And David's reflection, your David, from a couple weeks back, we all reach that point in life, either when things have gone very, very well and we get to the end of it and say, okay, is that it? Or things are going very, very poorly and we're just in a crisis and we're in a struggle that we cannot deal with. We all reach the point where we need something beyond ourselves. And that's being able to sit with the divine mystery. I don't know why God says don't eat that tree, but I'm going to trust God. I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to obey. So that's the thing that really hit me. They just weren't willing to leave that question and answer to God. They weren't willing to leave that mystery with God. Who was the author I quoted a few weeks back? Bruegger, what's his name? Yeah. Yes, thank you, that one. He said, he talked about the story of Cain and Abel, the first divine mystery. Well, we all have some divine mysteries in our lives, don't we? We all have some things we don't understand. Some things we need to understand, but some things we just have to say, God, you alone know your plan in this. You know what you're doing. And so that's the thing that really struck me. Well, again, read on each day. or whatever works for you and your schedule. And we'll look forward to Pam Kuiper being with us next Sunday. She has a good sermon on joy, so we'll look forward to that and be prepared. I've told her that everyone will be reading up to that point, to 14 in your books. All right. All right. Well, any closing comments? Remember the announcements. We have many. One more week. Next week will be the final week, and then the day after next Sunday, be taking all these things up to Black Fox for distribution then. Yes.
The Christmas card list of all the names is on the front pew. If you would like to give Christmas cards, everybody, this year, or to some people, it's on the front. John can show you, you can pick one of those up, take it home,
Names?
and there are other cards reminding you of that beautiful music service up in Cleveland next, I think it's next weekend, 13, 14.
And we already have a template for the cards going here, so you can just put yours on the pointed spot there if you like. All right, the only other thing I think before we totally close, we talked about an evening, just to enjoy an evening time up here. Now, we have done Christmas caroling before. We've caroled for some different ones. We've gone up to Morningside where Wilda is, but she's not there anymore and probably not working out the best for that this year. But the thought was, why don't we maybe gather here, you know? It's a much different setting when we're in the evening time. Just to sing Christmas carols, yes. So. Does anybody have a strong preference, I guess, on either the 21st, which is winter solstice, so we know it's going to be dark early, or Christmas Eve? I know Christmas Eve, Wednesday night, you know, a lot of things get busy with family and all. But anyhow, it'd be nice to settle that, wouldn't that, before we leave here this morning? Yeah, yeah.
Not everybody will be able to come if it's on Christmas Eve, but whichever day works for the most. And keep on the preference.
21st. Right. Yeah. Autumn's saying it's over. I mean, Autumn. Elena. Autumn is saying it's over too. All right.
So on the 21st, that's a Sunday evening, correct?
Sunday evening, and what we can.
5 o'clock-ish?
No,
Well.
it's dark. We're gonna be here when it's dark, so the lights will.
Yeah, it's dark it's sunset's around 5:30, I know, that time. Yeah, it's dark at 6. 6 o'clock, and then we know it's dark and we know it's not too late then. We don't usually have this, so I mean, it'll just we're going to sing every last Christmas song in these 2 books, you know. All the verses. Yeah, half an hour or so. Yeah, 30, 40 minutes.
I prefer the 21st myself.
Okay. And if you know people that would enjoy singing Christmas carols, maybe they're not in the habit of going to church, but they do know Christmas songs and would like to sing. You know, that's also an opportunity, people. All right. Fonda, is that sounding good to you? 21st, that's okay? All right.
At 6.
6 o'clock, 21st. All right. Okay, well, let's fellowship together. Dismissed. Thank you.